Good morning, guys. This is Laura. Before I start today's schedule, I just want to check several news articles. Especially today, there's the state-run college entrance exam, right? So this news article is related to that. Let me read to you. National college entrance exam begins amid pandemic. Hundreds of thousands of students began taking the annual national college entrance exam Thursday as coronavirus infections continue to spread. To spread unabated. Around 490,000 high school seniors, graduates, and others signed up to take the college scholastic ability test. The college scholastic ability test, which is a CSAT. That includes 35 coronavirus patients and 404 people in self-quarantine as of Tuesday, according to the Education Ministry. Hospital beds have been set up for up to 205 COVID-19 patients and special test centers for up to 3,775 people in self-quarantine. Education authorities had said the exam would go ahead as planned with strict antivirus measures in place at 1,383 test centers and 31,291 classrooms nationwide, a nearly 50% increase from last year. The CSAT was already postponed once in November. Beyond social distancing, our goal for this year's CSAT is to clearly distinguish between general test takers, those showing symptoms of COVID-19, those in self-quarantine and patients, and then to completely separate their movements and take through antivirus measures at test centers to allow everyone to take the exam in safe environment. A ministry official said. The CSAT is the culmination of years of hard work for many students, and the government not only increases public transport to help students get to their test centers on time, but also bans overhead flights during the English listening section. Test takers experiencing COVID-19 symptoms were able to get tested for the virus until 10 p.m. Wednesday at designated public health centers. If the result came back positive during the night, the student would still be able to take the exam at hospitals specializing in infectious diseases or other designated facilities. All students were required to wear a mask and get a temperature check before entering a test center. If an examiner asked to see the student's face for identification purposes, they were required to briefly take down the mask or face suspicions of cheating if they refused. During breaks, test takers will be asked to refrain from gathering and talking. They were also required to bring a packed lunch to eat at their desks. Water purifiers were not installed at test centers as an antivirus precaution, and the students had to bring their own water. Wow, so tiresome. Students were asked to dress appropriately to stay warm, as classrooms will be ventilated at the end of each session. Under a two-week government campaign launched November 19th to enhance antivirus measures ahead of the test, all high schools were required to conduct classes online starting November 26th, and all students were advised to stay home if possible and refrain from using crowded facilities. With the increased number of test classrooms, the number of examiners and other staff on duty was also increased by around 30% from last year to about 120,000. Classroom capacity was capped at 24 instead of 28, and each table was fitted with a plastic divider as an added precaution. 올해 수능 보는 학생들이 아주 고생이 많네요. 물도 따로 떠가야 되고 매 수업 시간 끝날 때마다 난방 기계도 끈다고 하니까 옷도 따뜻하게 입으라고 하고 아이들이 너무 힘들 것 같아요. Alright, let me check one more news article and then I think I've gotta go. 한 개만 더 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. Which one would be next? This one. New virus cases bounce back to over... really? 다시 500명이 넘었나 보네요. New virus cases bounce back to over 500 as effect of tougher cuts yet to be felt. 뭐라 그러는지 한번 보겠습니다. The daily number of new coronavirus cases in South Korea bounced back to over 500 again Wednesday, adding to concerns that the country faces a bigger wave of the pandemic in winter amid tougher social distancing measures. The country added 511 more COVID-19 cases, including 493 local infections, raising the total caseload to 35,163, according to the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency. It reported no additional coronavirus fatalities, bringing the total to 526. The daily virus tally has appeared to be slowing over the past 3 days, staying in the 400 range after picking at an 8-month high of 581 last Thursday, the KDCA said. The average of 467 daily new cases were reported over the past week, it added. Authorities said they will continue to vigorously monitor the current situation, stressing that social distancing measures will be quickly elevated if needed, amid worries over a possible surge in virus cases during winter. The authorities also urged people to refrain from non-essential activities outside of their homes, as hundreds of thousands of students are scheduled to sit for the annual state college entrance exam on Thursday. They also warned that the country could report daily virus cases of between 700 and 1,000 in the next 1 or 2 weeks unless the current pace is curbed, as the country continues to report sporadic infection clusters of various sizes. The Greater Seoul area that includes the capital city, the surrounding Gyeonggi province, and the western port city of Incheon is under level 2 social distancing measures in the 5-tier system, but tighter restrictions have been applied to various prone facilities. All other areas are under level 1.5 distancing measures, up 1 notch for 2 weeks. Under the tougher distancing measures, the use of saunas and steam rooms in bathhouses is not allowed for 1 week in the Greater Seoul area. 9 kinds of indoor exercise are practiced in groups, including Zumba dancing, aerobics, and kickboxing are also banned. Hotels, party rooms, and other guest houses are also banned from hosting year-end or New Year's party that are known to be prone to virus transmission. By reason, 192 new virus cases were reported in Seoul, 143 cases in Gyeonggi province that surrounds the capital, and 21 cases in Incheon, west of Seoul, accounting for more than 70% of the daily new locally transmitted cases. The Greater Seoul area is a home to around half of the nation's 51.6 million population. Other municipalities, 나중에 이거 발음 확인해 봐야겠네요. Municipalities. Other municipalities reported new infections, with the southern port city of Busan reporting 31 cases, followed by North Jeolla province with 26 and the North Chungcheong province with 16 new cases. A total of 137 new cases were reported outside of the Greater Seoul area on Wednesday, exceeding the 100 mark for the past 9 straight days. Among virus clusters, a cram school in Gangnam, southern Seoul, added 17 new cases, bringing the total to 18, while a high school in Guro ward in western Seoul reported 3 more cases, raising the total to 18. A dance academy in western Seoul added 4 more cases, bringing the total to 219, according to the agency. An additional 7 people tested positive in cases traced to a single class in Gyeongsang, raising the total to 44, the authorities said. An additional 2 people tested positive in cases traced to a religious facility in Busan, raising the total caseload to 32. The number of seriously or critically ill COVID-19 patients came to 101 as of midnight, up from 97 a day earlier. Amid concerns over a possible shortage of hospital beds for patients in critical condition, health authorities said they have added 30 such beds at the National Medical Center in Seoul. The country added 18 imported cases, sharply down from 31 a day earlier, coming mainly from the United States and Asian countries, excluding China, the KDCA said. The total number of people released from quarantine after making full recoveries stood at 28,065, up 180 from the previous day. 그렇군요. 여기까지 하겠습니다.